Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Well, I got a bunch of Bandai Ultra Kaiju that I would like to share with you all. So that's what we're going to do for this video, so let's get into the intro.
What do you think?
Look, there, faster!
So a couple of things before the video starts. If you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the little bell icon so that you're up to date with any future uploads. If you haven't checked out my last video, you can do so by hitting up the info tab popping up on the top right of your screen right now. Also, is video games more your thing? Then head on over to the relaunch of my gaming channel, ScorpioCesar's Arcade, by once again clicking on the info tab on the top right of your screen. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this. So I haven't done a pickups video in quite a while, quite like this, so let's get to it. So I got two boxes. I have one from Deadzilla and another one from StevensToyReviews. So first I want to focus on Deadzilla's real quickly because while I had gotten this probably a couple of months ago at this point, I never really was satisfied with the original video that I did. So I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Deadzilla because Deadzilla and Ultraman Chronos at the time, back on YouTube years ago when they were reviewing Ultra Kaiju, that's what made me want to get into Ultraman. Seeing all those colorful, crazy looking kaiju, it was a precursor. It introduced me to Ultraman Bellio, who then ended up getting me into Ultraman in general, and I haven't looked back since. Trust me guys, if you're a fan of kaiju and Godzilla, please don't limit yourself to just Godzilla. Check out Ultraman, check out Gamora, check out all the other kaiju series out there. Trust me, it's worth it. So first, with Deadzilla, my first pickup from him was this Red Gamora. And I remember seeing one of the, I think it was Ultraman Chronos review this at some point. Maybe Deadzilla reviewed it, it's been so long since I checked out their videos. But when I saw this Gamora, I was like, wow, this fiery color is very impressive. And I really couldn't resist. I had to have him. Once I saw him up for sale, I said, Deadzilla, please send him to me. I want him so bad. And boy did I'm glad that I did. The colors on this thing are so beautiful and the sculpt is great. It's nice and squishy Bandai vinyls. I love them. I love them. Alright, so we're going to put the Bandai Gamora, Red Gamora aside. I'm sure he has a specific power-up name.
You blew it!
Next we have Lugiel from Ultraman Ginga S, I believe. And this is one impressive looking monster. I mean, you just look at the look. I mean, just take a look at this being. It's simply gorgeous. It's grand, it's massive, it's got all these spikes coming out of him. All this technology mixed in there. It's a really nice looking kaiju, and I'm so happy that I got him. He is simply glorious. Set Vic Lugiel over there. Next up, we have Golza. Now, Golza is one of my favorite kaiju designs from Ultraman, and the fact that he had one of these on sale, I just couldn't resist. I had to get him. It's such a beautiful looking kaiju, especially in the design of the Bandai vinyl. All these little bits of silver in there on the actual skin of Golza. Golza is definitely an imposing kaiju, and I love it when they bring him back in certain series, especially the more recent ones. So yes, Golza looks fantastic. I'm so happy I got Golza. Love Golza. And last but not least, for Deadzilla's box, we have Grand King. This is one hell of a kaiju. This thing is a behemoth. I kid you not. Definitely one of the bigger Bandai vinyls that I've ever gotten in my life, and definitely worth the price of admission. There's actually quite a few points of articulation in this guy too, and I'm really happy about that. Really wasn't expecting this guy to be so big and, well, grand. Mechanical terror that this thing is. It's so beautiful. Love like the copper design on it and that dirty black wash that they did throughout the entire figure. They don't make these like, they don't make them like they used to, I tell you that much. But look at this thing. What a beautiful design. So there's Grand King. Thank you again, Deadzilla, for selling me these. I'm really happy I got them, especially for the price that I did. I also mustn't forget that he also threw in this Neo Bolton in there as well. Wasn't expecting this, and this little guy is cool. I didn't really even know that this version of Bolton existed until now. Interesting little fella. Now, moving on, bought another lot of Bandai Ultraman Kaiju from StevensToyReviews, and well, let's get into it. Wow, where do we start? Well, first off, with the Spark Doll Tyrant, and this is the better sculpt, to my knowledge, the one that people are really big fans of, and the more accurate sculpt, and this is simply beautiful. Just look at the design of this guy. Wow. Very impressive. At first, I wasn't a big fan of Tyrant when I first saw him. I forgot which series it was, but then he just grew on me. I think I saw him originally in G. Then I found out that he's actually a fusion of 5 different kaiju or something. And I'm just like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. I love him. So yeah, Tyrant, simply a classic design, must have, and I'm so glad that I got him. Look at this guy. What a crazy hodgepodge of different kaiju. Alright, so we got Tyrant. We're going to set Tyrant all the way over here. Who else did we get from StevensToyReviews? Yes, well, let's start with the G fusions. Here I have Chimera Barros. And I am so happy I finally got another version of Bellio and his fusion. I love Ultraman Bellio. In case you guys didn't already know, Ultraman Bellio is the reason why I decided to just bite the bullet and get into Ultraman. Now, Chimera Barros I wasn't too big of a fan of in the show because of how, well, Bellio got real thick. I mean, like dummy thick in that episode, and he was, I don't know, it seems like the fusion was more of a detriment to him than anything. And I mean, he sprouted wings, which was cool, but did he really need them? I mean, Ultraman can fly, right? Can Bellio not fly on his own? I don't know. I think he can. Pretty sure he can. But here he has wings and really thick thighs. I mean, not a lot of people like him, but it's Bellio, so of course I'm gonna like him. Next up, we have another Bellio fusion. This one's from Jeet as well, and it's Skull Gamora. An absolute must-have if you're a fan of any of these two monsters, Red King or Gamora. What a beautiful design this is. It's very weird looking in the show, especially because of his tiny head, but I gotta say, having it now in Bandai form, wow. The amount of details and paint on this thing is really divine, exquisite. All the bumps on the skin and on the texture, all those spiky bits on his belly and his abdomen. Wow. What a gorgeous looking fusion. Look at this. Man, I really wish I could have gotten the other fusions from him, but unfortunately my budget ran out and I was just like, well, I can't afford any more of these. But I will take Skull Gamora because Skull Gamora is the first one that shows up in the series and is a must-have in my honest opinion. Look how big this thing is. I mean, let's compare him to the Figure Arts Gamora. So you get a nice sample of, like, the Figure Arts Gamora is a pretty decent size too, especially standing up straight. But look at how much more different the size is with the Bandai vinyls, the DX. Amazing. Wow. Fun fact, this was actually my first Ultraman figure. Well, Ultraman series figure. The Gamora Figure Arts. Birthday present from my wife. Yep, so she also is to blame for all of this madness behind me. Here, another Jeet monster that just recently appeared in Ultraman Z. Gilbertos, or Gilbertos, I don't know how, but you want to call him, that's up to you. I call him Gilbertos. It looks gorgeous. Look at the metallic paint on this guy. You got nice purples, golds. Oh man, what a technological terror this thing is. I mean, I kid you not. Look at this. Even has the gimmick, just like in the show. Alright, so yeah, you can rotate his arms and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool. But watch this. Oh, now you're dealing with some serious ballistic firepower here from Gilbertos. Oh man, look at that. Look at it, isn't that cool? That is crazy cool. I love this. Where's G? Vegeta's is up there. I'm not gonna bother pulling him down because then I'll just have another shelf dive into it. What a beast of a figure. They really need to stop making these minifigures. I mean, the minifigures are fine, the 500 series. Please, Bandai, don't abandon the DX series of figures because these things are so beautiful. Why they stop making them like this? Look at this thing. It's amazing. Come on, man. Look at this. Alright, who else we got? Another technological terror. Some of you may know him as Mecha Orga. I love him. He appeared in the Ultraman Orb movie. Here it is. Diabolic. Or Diabolic. Or however you want to say it. I don't really care. It seems like the Ultraman wiki page can't seem to make up its damn mind. I like to call him Diabolic. What a crazy looking kaiju this is. Mech, whatever. It's got so many nice pieces, like areas of detail on him, and then it's that roar. That roar that the Diabolic has is wonderful. It's like a weird hissing laugh to it. It's very creepy, and I love the design of this guy. I mean, I love the design of all of these, obviously. But look at this. Got these spikes here coming out the back of its body. These guns right here on the right and on the left arm. And then look at the tail. The tail is freaking huge. What an amazing figure this is. And, you know, it doesn't scale well, of course, with the figure art, sadly. But I don't care, man. Use some camera trickery or whatever, and then you can get it to work. Diabolic, man. Here with this one is, of course, I've been trying to hunt this down on Mondaragi for the longest time, but because of import prices, especially with the shipping, I just couldn't do it. And then Steven was selling it, and I'm just like, oh boy, I want this bad boy so bad, and I got it. Galactron, introduced in Ultraman Orb and has been seen in Ultraman G. Look at the back here, alright? This is supposedly its tail, but it comes down the back of its neck, and it just curves around, while Galactron itself is kind of like a bipedal, mechanical dinosaur thing. Oh man, what a sweet, sweet kaiju. I love Galactron. And look at this. Look at this. It's even got the gimmick, just like in the show, where you can have it like this, or you can have the arm rotate the hand so that you can use that lance right there. That's impressive. And I have no room for them on my shelf. So expect part 2 of that Ultraman shelf reorganization to take place. I have no idea when. Oh, before I do go, Steven was kind enough to throw this in there for me as well. This is the Mega Zeton from Ultraman Orb. This is like a special release, alright? It's translucent blue and it's got some glitter in there. And I always love the Mega Zeton, how he has like the blue circles on the chest, on the abdominal area, while the face gem is red instead of yellow. Wow. I love this thing. I love Mega Zeton. And, well, anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed joining me on this Ultra Kaiju unboxing extravaganza that I have going on here. So many amazing Ultra Kaiju in this video. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, maybe subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below any of these guys you see here if you want to see a review of them on the channel, because I'll get to it. Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Collect everything, connect everything, and Card is here with other videos you might like, so why don't you check those out and hit up my gaming channel, ScorpioCesar's Arcade. Alright, I'll see you all soon.